Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Anneke Mekan, wat gaan aan? Is jy okay?
Simasiku is gister aangerand.
Well. What have we here?
We need to ask Bambang to teach us how to fight.
Wat? Yes!
No,
Just hear me out.
that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, en wat het met julle gebeur?
Enough!
Dink jy dat kung fu training aan met julle kom? Nou, hier ons maak oornag.
Hey! 1, 2.
Things were not supposed to go this way, Poopy.
Hey! You wanted goats. I got you goats. What more do you want?
Was jullie zijn opa niet nou die dag hier?
Yeah, he was, but we were attacked again today.
Take me to my goats!
We're not taking you anywhere.
Yeah, you heard him. We are not giving you anything.
That's right. You want the goats, then you have to go through me.
Namibian film Bokwagter has garnered significant attention by being nominated for an Africa Movie Academy Award. The film's producer, Dantagos Jimmy-Melani, joins us now to discuss this achievement and the broader impact on the Namibian film industry. Dantagos, good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much, Nina. Very nice to be here.
Again, you
Again,
mean.
yes.
You are obviously clearly a stellar producer because everything you touch gets international recognition. And I wasn't going to lead with this, but I actually want to know more about your journey and interest in film and just how you became so good at it.
Well, I actually was always very interested in the creative side. I initially wanted to be a journalist, believe it or not, and a writer. But, sometimes in this type of emerging economies, the creative industries are not really seen as being viable. So I studied business and finance in university, and I ended up working in the financial services sector for almost 19 years. And I started a small production company in 2011 just to feed that creative side and mix it a bit with my knowledge about financial services. And then we started, my husband and I started producing films.
Yeah.
And that's really where it came from. He was more into the creative industry. So we combined forces, and this is how I became a producer.
Can you share with us what Bokwagter is about, and of course what inspired its creation?
So the film is about three orphaned brothers who live with their grandparents in a rural farming area, and they are constantly being attacked by stock thieves. So these young boys, in order to protect their livelihood, they decide to learn martial arts so that they can fight to protect their livelihood. So it's a family-friendly film. It's got martial arts. It's led by young actors. I wouldn't say children. Some of them are no longer children.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a family-friendly film. It's got intrigue, drama, action. It's a nice little family flick.
What does this nomination mean for you personally, Dantako, and of course, secondly, for the Namibian film industry?
Well, the nomination is, the first one is for special effects. So that I think is really amazing for a Namibian film. And our editor and our production manager, so Rose Sawyers and Ellen Melani, they're the ones who will be receiving that award if it comes through. They have that nomination. And then what's really very exciting is that one of the young lead actors, William Diaz, he has received a nomination for Promising Young Actor. So I think that will be very, very nice if he gets that one. And I think it means a lot for the film industry. It means a lot for our creatives, our technical people behind the scenes, as well as the talent in front of the camera.
Yeah. And on that note, what specific aspects of the film do you believe, contributed to its nomination?
I think the story The story was a beautiful story. The concept was initially brought to us by Michael Swartboy, who's one of the creatives that we work with. He had the idea because I think he grew up also in a rural background and had experienced that some of that type of lifestyle. You know, a lot of Namibians also live in rural settings, so we expanded that experience and tried to create something that was entertaining, funny, but also had that human element and a lot of comedic elements as well.
How do you plan to, celebrate this achievement, regardless of the outcome, of course?
Well, we are always busy. We're always busy with the next thing, so sometimes we don't get enough time to celebrate. But of course, we really try, to set aside some time and call the cast and crew together if there's going to be an opportunity. We haven't seen them for some time because we made this film in 2023. So certainly, if there's a win, I think we would need to organize something.
This is not your first film that's being recognized on this platform. So obviously with these nominations, Namibian films on a platform such as this, how do you think the visibility, it will affect the visibility of Namibian cinema on an international scale?
I think Namibian cinema is really growing. We have some amazing filmmakers. We've personally been recognized in the past for our other film, Heirareb. We've seen a lot of other Namibian films getting different recognition. I think we are the second Namibian film as well in this current African Movie Academy Awards. So I think that we can only grow from strength to strength. I think the region and internationally is starting to notice Namibia as a film destination.
100%, I agree with you. What are you currently working on? Anything new in the pipeline?
So we're working on a number of things. It's always difficult because sometimes you start with a project and it has momentum and then something else comes and you put the other project on the back burner. But something we are very seriously working on is a biopic of Harry Simon called Fallen Belt. So we are currently in development with that, and we think that will be an exciting film.
Yes.
We're also doing a lot of work in the documentary genre. So yeah, we've got a number of projects going. We're constantly developing scripts.
Yeah.
So you'll definitely be the first to hear about it.
I sure hope so.
Yes.
For Harry's biopic, are you eyeing anybody for that role?
Well, it really depends who we get, but he has a young son who's also named Harry Simon, who looks very much like him.
Does he though?
Yes, I think he does. Okay, I think he's a bit more handsome. But we were thinking maybe that might work, but we are still, we're still looking around. We might get somebody maybe who has more experience as well. Of course, it's boxing, so you have to get someone who can do that as well.
Yes,
so
in consideration. Well, that's interesting. Well, thank you so much for coming here this evening, and of course, congratulations and fingers crossed.
Thank you so much.
That you guys win these awards. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Dantagos Jimmy-Melani, who is the producer of Bokwagter. The film has been nominated for awards in the Africa Movie Academy Awards. So we keep our fingers crossed for them that they bring that back home. On that note, we've also come to the end of this evening's show. Of course,